I love this little bit here um, about the book club notes. I like that they show that with the companions. I think that was really a really nice touch added in. Okay, I finally got to this. I made a TikTok edit on this. Someone got a cameo of Gareth reading the letter. Um, but I like to kind of point out a few things about it. So I like to study letters and just that's my dog, sorry. I like to study like letters and just like kind of pinpoint my own interpretation of like a deeper meaning of what it might be. Um, so it says here, Fanon, I do not know if you will see these words. Sorry, my dog was barking again. Vanon, I do not know if you will see these words. My ritual is ready and will soon be set in motion. So he's talking to her, um, and from my interpretation of the letter, it's like people will usually write out like their plans in hopes to like have a last ditch effort that the person that they're writing to will stop them. Perhaps when you read this, the world will be as it once was, and you will see why all I did was necessary. So that is like, again, a last ditch effort to try to. So this whole first paragraph is trying to give a last ditch effort in pleading and or convincing the person that they're writing to in hopes that either the person that they're writing to will stop them or agree with them. That's just my interpretation. I cannot ask your forgiveness, but I hope you come to understand. And that right there is an affirmation that regardless of whether Inquisitor... Sorry, my dog and my husband are playing in the background, and I do apologize about that. Says, okay, sorry, where was I? I cannot ask your forgiveness, but I hope you come to understand. So that is what he's saying, is that he's sorry. I'm trying to say this and it's hard to come to words. So, okay. The I cannot ask your forgiveness, but I hope you come to understand line is confirmation that he still plans to go with his plans. Regardless of how she feels or she thinks, he's still going to go through with it. And it's him telling her one last time is either, like I said before, a last ditch effort that she will either that she will either come in at the last minute and stop him, or she will come to terms with it. And it's almost like he's trying to be strong in his decision. And again, this is just my interpretation. But then he goes into that night in Crestwood. So when you read it as a whole letter without actually looking at it, it flows as, I cannot ask your forgiveness, but I hope you come to understand that night in Crestwood. So it sounds like he's asking for her forgiveness for that. But it's two separate thoughts. That night in Crestwood, when I shared the truth about your Vaseline, you do not know how close I came to breaking. And this is the part where he starts to show his regrets. I could have shared the truth or even put my plans aside and simply stayed with you as soulless as I wanted. So he's talking about what he wanted, as you see, and he's giving his hopes of what he would have done, but because he has stuck to his plans, it's not something that he feels he deserves. And then his thoughts start breaking up into two other individual thoughts. It's like he's losing heart in writing this letter. He's like losing his resolve. And he says, I regret the pain that I caused you. What I feel for you will never change. It's so short and to the point. And I feel like this is where he decides that he is no longer going to send the letter, because it's something that he is starting to break away from, like, his plans. And he just wants to say these words. And his regret kind of, I'm so sorry. I'm no longer making any sense. But I think you get what I'm trying to say. He is losing heart in the letter. And that's why it goes from being so detailed and so strong in the beginning, and then it starts to weaken towards the end. And then he doesn't even sign it. It's as if it's an unfinished letter. And that's why I say, like, when he starts talking about the night in Crestwood, he's lamenting, and then he officially just breaks and cannot continue. There, I said it. Took me a while to get there. I'm sorry, but there.